Hello, Michael Diamond. You're watching Muscle Central. Make sure you subscribe. Turn on those notifications. All right, previously I did what I think would be the top 10 placings and who would place in the top 10 in this year's Open Olympia in no particular order. I'm going to make an attempt to narrow it down to 5, no particular order. And this could change. Probably the Monday or Tuesday before the Olympia, excuse me, I'll be doing my actual prediction video. So depending on what transpires between now and then, things could change. Okay, in no particular order, who's going to be in the top 5? Now, if you watch my videos, you know that I'm not convinced that Ramy is going to walk away with his 3rd Olympia title. Whether he does or doesn't, Ramy is not going to be out of the top 5. Absolutely no way. He'd have to come in looking like dog shit to not be in the top 5. Like I said, whether he retains the title or not, Ramy is going to be in that top 5. Watch my videos, you also know that I'm pretty big on Nick Walker, and for good reason. A lot of people are. It brings freak back into bodybuilding. Although I guess you can call Ramy a freak also. He's a freak, Nick Walker. And bodybuilding is about freaks. And he has the mindset, the discipline, the work ethic, the drive, the consistency. He's willing to do what needs to be done, along with his already tremendous size. He appears to have actually put on more muscle since his last stage appearance, while maintaining a tight waist. He's put on more muscle. He brings conditioning. He placed 5th last year. I don't think Hunter beat him, and there were a lot of people with the same feeling. Not just fans, people in the industry. A lot of them also felt he should have at least been ahead of Hunter. Nick Walker is going to be in the top 5. Okay, Brandon Curry. You can't count him out. Even in his last 2 appearances on the Olympia stage, where he has lost to Ramy, he's still made improvements each time. Over the last few years, Brandon Curry has continually made improvements. He even brought his legs up a bit last year. Still probably not quite matching his upper body. He probably has the best shape of anybody on stage. Looking at his most recent update pics, it actually looks like he's brought up his legs to where they need to be to basically balance out his upper body. He looks to have put on some size. He still has a very tight waist. At shoulder to waist ratio is very, very impressive. If he maintains his fullness, and as long as he doesn't fuck up his conditioning, I still see Brandon Curry is where he places is one thing. He's still going to be placing in the top five. Here's where there's going to be some changes. Probably people are going to disagree with me on this. First one is Hadi Chupan. I hate to say it. I think he's going to be bumped out of the top five. Probably the most consistent one on the stage. Always brings the conditioning. Even under dire circumstances, landing in the States the day before the show, still manages to bring the conditioning on stage. But his consistency might actually work against him this time. I got a feeling the judges are going to start looking at him and saying, well, you know what? We're seeing changes with this one and that one and this one. Yeah, he looks great, but we don't see any changes. And I got a feeling that even though it might not be deserving, we got to wait to see what he brings to the stage. I have a feeling that that consistency of his might actually end up working against him this time. People are going to argue me on this one also. Hunter Labrada. I don't think he beat Nick Walker last year. I would have had him at fifth. And it looks like he's made improvements. I don't know what's going to happen next year or the following year. He's still young also. But my gut feeling says he's just not going to be where he needs to be yet. In this lineup now this year, what I expect the others to bring to the stage to hold the place in the top five. So we're going to take Hadi and Hunter out of the equation. Who's going to fill in the other two spots? I like to say, looks like we're going to see the old William Bonac. But I don't even think we're going to see the old William Bonac. From what I'm seeing, it looks like we might end up seeing the best William Bonac we've ever seen before. And that's dangerous. That is very dangerous. Whatever issues were holding him back last year, where he didn't quite bring what we expected, seemed to be in the past, seemed to be behind him. And he looks to, like I said, looks to be on track to bringing the best William ever. And like I said, William Bonac at his best was always very dangerous. He was always a top five contender, and he, my opinion, will be in the top five this year. Who's the last one? I mentioned him before in a video, and I think he can really, really shock a lot of people. He'll be the second biggest man on the stage. So he's not going to be as big as Rami, but he's a big man. And he can battle with Brandon as far as shape and structure. If you saw him in the beginning of the year and you see him now, you're looking at two different people. He's put on a lot of muscle, and if he holds that muscle, holds that fullness as he dials it in, and he really brings the conditioning. Samson Dowder is going to make his mark and make a name for himself in this Olympia. And I think he will jump ahead of a lot of people and wind up in the top 5. Okay, to conclude this video, who I think will be in the top 5 this year, not in placing order. We're going to see Big Ramy. We're going to see Brandon Curry. We're going to see Nick Walker. We're going to see William Bonac. And we're going to see Samson Dowder. If you agree or disagree, and I got a feeling I might have a lot of disagreements here, disagree with me in what I said, please, by all means, let me know in the comments section. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Please share. By all means, subscribe. Do not forget to hit the notification bell. This way, every time I put up a new video, you'll be notified. Also, if you go to the description box, I have some links there. One link is to the Facebook Muscle Central page. Any questions, you can go there, DM me. I'd be happy to answer them. Also, there are links to Species Nutrition, Mr. G's Protein Snacks. Click on both those links. Go to both those websites. Check out all their great products. Once again, this is Michael Diamond. I'd like to thank you for watching Muscle Central.